Hey guys, let's talk about the weather. As you can see, there's snow on the ground now, which means that either winter's coming or it's already here, and the snowplow's going down the street. So let's make something warm. Borscht. Okay, let's see how we do it. We're going to be making our own stock for the borscht, and to do that, we're going to need 1 pound bone-in beef shank, an onion, some bay leaves, some celery, and some carrots, and some salt. Then, when the stock's all done, we're gonna use the beets. You gotta have the beets. Don't forget the beets, or you're not gonna have borscht. Garlic, apple cider vinegar, tomato, cabbage, green or red. I don't know. I always get the red, but you could probably use the green. Dill, you're going to want to find the highest plastic to dill packaging ratio. This plastic's pretty thick. It's the thickest I could find, but if I found more plastic, that's what I would have bought. And what is this? That's a lemon. Okay, first things first. Salt the beef. Plenty of salt. This might not make any difference whatsoever because we're going to be boiling this simmering it for 4 hours. But, it feels right to put the salt on the beef. Couldn't hurt, right? Next thing we're going to do is heat up a pot that we can dump a lot of water into. But before we dump the water in, we're going to brown both sides of this beef. Remember the beef? Okay, we spent a couple minutes on both sides and mine looks like this. What does yours look like? Leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Now that it's brown on both sides, we're going to add 4 quarts of water. 4 quarts. Here, that was 2 quarts. Here's 2 more for you. Now we're gonna let that get up to a boil, and in the meantime, let's chop these babies up. So we're gonna coarsely chop a whole onion. Actually, not even coarsely chop. We're gonna quarter a whole onion. Then we want 1 cup of coarsely chopped carrot. You can throw this stringy thing in or not. I always have a hard time deciding whether or not to add that. We got about a cup. Just put it in there. These bay leaves, super easy. Nothing special. You don't need to chop them up or do anything in particular. Just kind of do this. And then wave at them. Okay, guys, let's talk about the celery. We need half a cup coarsely chopped celery. Throw it in there, just like that. All right, as your stock is heating up, you're gonna get a lot of these little bubbles and things. That's like fat and onion bits and who knows what. Some scientist somewhere probably. From what I understand, it doesn't affect flavor much, but if you want a really clear, beautiful, silky, smooth stock, you gotta spoon this stuff out. But you can really lose your mind trying to keep track of the scum for 4 hours. So I just do it for a bit. Just kind of like this. How do you do it? Leave a comment in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, guys, we got a simmer going here. So now what we want to do is let this simmer for 4 hours. With all the time you have, you can take a nap. by the window. Can spend some time barking at the neighbors. Okay, guys, this has been going for about 3.5 hours now. And sometimes it got a little too cold and it stopped simmering, and sometimes I made it too hot. But that's okay. We can, I've forgiven myself. As you'll see, that the liquid's gone down by probably it's probably a third of what it was, if I had to guess. So now we can start chopping other stuff for the borscht. Does that make sense? So we've got a few things that go in all at once. There's gonna be this tomato. There's gonna be some cabbage, 2 cups cabbage, 1 whole tomato, and 3 beets. Now let's get chopping, boys. Two cups cabbage. We're just gonna kind of cut these thin slices here. Long and skinny. I kind of like them long and skinny. Okay, we're gonna really slice this tomato up nice and thin. Thin slices, and then we're gonna chop it into little tiny cubes. Okay, guys, now for the serious part. Peel the beets. And take that off of there. You don't want that. Peel them. I'm not gonna tape it because I only got 2 hands. We'll see what it looks like on the other side. Okay, beets have been peeled. Now we're gonna slice them down like yeah. And we're gonna slice them the other way, so we got little kind of mini French fries sort of things. Okay, so we've got our vegetables chopped up, not very well, not super uniform, but you know, you want something kind of like that. Something long and skinny for your beets. Your tomatoes, just chop up real fine, like, yeah, real fine. And then your cabbage, you know, something about like that. Something where you can get a lot of this stuff in a spoonful, and you're not going to be chewing too awful much. Meanwhile, you can see our stock is nearly done. 45 seconds left. We're going to let it go till the timer dings. All right, so I just poured the stock through this strainer. You see, separate all the solids out. Keep that stuff over there. And here's our stock. And you can see we started with 4 quarts. And now we're down to about a quart. Great. So now we'll pull the beef out of here and chop it up into little tiny pieces. All right, so I removed all the fatty and kind of gelatinous, cartilagey parts from the meat, and I guess the meat isn't really going to have any flavor anymore because it's been boiling for 4 hours, but it will add a little bit of, you know, kind of chewy, meaty texture to the soup. So I like to chop it up real fine. All right. Can confirm that that does not taste like anything. So add that back into the pot. Oh gosh, this is hard with one hand. All right, we're gonna add our beets and our tomatoes and our cabbage into the pot. Our stock. And we're going to bring that back up to a simmer and let it simmer for a half an hour. Maybe with the lid on? Sure, why not? Stir it every once in a while. I'll check back in 20 minutes to add a few more things. Okay, so you guys missed it, but I let this simmer for 25 minutes instead of the 20. And so 25 minutes, and then I added some 3 cloves of pressed garlic, And we'll give that 5 more minutes with the garlic in there. And then we'll take it off the heat and add the vinegar and the lemon juice. And then we'll be ready to go pick up the child from daycare. Okay, we took it off the heat. We're going to add our vinegar and our lemon juice. And then the last thing to do is just add some, as much black pepper and as much salt as you think is necessary. You can taste it and add a little more salt if you need to. Okay, so the boys here, we pureed some borscht. We're gonna added some sour cream. We're gonna see how he likes it. For me, I have some buttered baguette. Garnished. Did I garnish it or did I top it? All right, here it is. Got a side of buttered baguette, some dill on top, and a few dollops of sour cream. The boy has a pureed borscht, and nobody knows if he's going to eat it yet.